What it do, y'all? We're getting into another live reaction. This time, we're going to get into a movie reaction, which I do rarely. But this one is very interesting. So I checked out this movie last night, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. The story been out, but they got the Netflix series, which I really tapped into it. And it's like one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life, ever witnessed, ever even heard of. Like, I knew he had some wild shit going on, but I didn't know it's to this nature. I'm gonna play like 2 small clips of some shit so y'all can check it out, and then I'm gonna give my elaboration on it, just in case if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a series on Netflix, so check this out. It's kind of crazy though.
I was a young lawyer at the time. I get this call from my boss. He said, "I need you to see Jeffrey Dahmer." It's my first job. I felt like Clarice Starling in Silence of the Lambs. There were horrific things that he did, but Jeffrey Dahmer was a very complex person.
What triggered it all? I wish I could give you a good, straightforward answer on that.
Shock and horror as police carry out a large cooking kettle in the most gruesome mass murder.
Okay, this dude right here, this is a wild brother. You know, y'all gotta put on you gotta have a stomach to watch this shit. Like I said, this is just a little clip. I'm gonna play one more clip, but this shit is like this is some wild shit. Let me play a little bit more though. God damn.
Milwaukee history.
I don't think there's anything that can prepare anybody for that kind of carnage.
People were shocked, they were awed, and they couldn't turn away.
He said, yes, this is how I killed, and this was why.
I just wanted to keep him. I guess that's the best way to describe it.
There's no person I've ever known of that was as lonely a human being as Jeffrey Dahmer.
All right. That's it. That's enough for that. So, like I said, check out the full thing. It's on Netflix. This dude was cooking people. He was motherfucking eating people. He was like having fucking sex with fucking corpse. He had killed somebody, then go fuck him. He was doing some wild, extreme. I think this is like the most extreme case in the world. Like, for sure, it's the most extreme shit I've ever watched. For sure. I had to like, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? I was like, damn, this is real? But it's all documented, so it's real. It's not nowhere near fake. It's like it's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker was on some shit. And then he was he had some white boys and shit he was fucking and shit too. Like when he went to the Navy, or not the Navy, he went to like the military. I think he was in the Army, Bob. Yeah, the Army. He had like drugged up this white boy and then fucked him when he fucking went unconscious. You know, he was basically raping people because he'd go kick it with him and then go fuck them. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be unconscious. And then he'd just be like kissing all over their bodies and doing some extreme shit. You know what I'm saying? He was on some shit. I was like, God damn. And then he mainly targeted like black dudes, black and brown dudes. You know, he'll fuck with like Asians and some Hispanics and a lot of black dudes. Oh, you're so beautiful. And he'd just, you know, he'd want to kiss all over them, drug them, take them from the gay club, and then fuck them. You know, I think only a couple of them he fucked regular. Most of them he was like drugging them and knock them unconscious, and then he'd, you know what I'm saying? And then he'd just have sex with them, and then he'd kill them. Like chopping their heads off and taking out their organs, cooking their organs and eating it. And, you know, people would be complaining like, hey, this dude is weird. Like, motherfuckers are coming up missing and we making police reports and like nothing's happening. The shit could have stopped a little earlier on, but the shit went on for a while because, you know what they was doing. They wasn't responding because he was white, you know, and by the time he killed X amount of people and molested X amount of people, it was already like fucking over the fucking limit. Like not over the limit, over the edge. It was like he had did so fucking much by that time. It was like, god damn. But yeah, whoo, that's an extreme movie, boy. I tell you. Well, a series, not a movie. It's a series. I'm trying to get my thoughts together, man, because that shit, I was just like, god damn. You know what I'm saying? That's a wild dude, man. He was really doing a lot of shit. Like, his dad was just like trying his best to like help him go to college. He wouldn't focus. Nigga just go to school and do nothing. Thinking about killing motherfuckers the whole time he in school. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker was like a psychopathic lunatic, like a real one. Like, you know what I mean? He was just doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? That digging up the dead bodies shit. He seen a dude in the paper. He was like, I want to fuck him. Like, he's beautiful. I was like, what the fuck? This motherfucker crazy. Tried to go dig up the body, but he couldn't. Like, some shit happened. I'm like, god damn. Yeah, man, that shit. That is a gruesome story. Like, I remember one part he was even saying, he asked the detectives, like, can I just get the electric chair? Like, he's fascinated with death. Like, I want to die. Like, that motherfucker crazy. He was like the most loneliest dude you could ever think about. You know what I'm saying? Because first he was gay, you know what I'm saying? And then, but he didn't like want nobody to find out. But then they found out, you know, then his grandma, she was just trying her best to be there for him as a granny. And he'd fucking spaz out on her and, you know, do all this crazy shit. I'm like, this motherfucker right here, boy. Woo! That dude is a wild boy. That's a wild boy, man. That whole cooking up people and eating them and playing with their heads and, you know what I'm saying? He did so much shit. I was like, what the? I don't even understand how his fucking mind would go there. Like, that's how you have to be like, you have to be in another realm. You know what I'm saying? Then he'd call people and be like, yeah, your son was in the vortex. Like, that nigga's in another dimension. Like, I killed this nigga, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't fathom. He used all his knowledge he had, because he had some knowledge, because the motherfucker would, you know, he learned from the butcher. He would learn shit and then go do bullshit with the shit he learned. You know, he would do negative shit with the positive shit. He'd learn how to cut up meat. He'd cut up people's bodies like a damn steak. You know what I'm saying? And cook it and eat it like on some wild shit. You know, he learned about chemicals and all that from the government, from the armed forces, and he would go make, you know, powders and drug people up and knock them out and rape them. Like, he would use his knowledge for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? He was just like, I don't even know what to call this motherfucker. This motherfucker's a wild boy. God damn. Like, that was fucked up, man. He just had like all these IDs, all these people he killed and raped, and, you know, he I don't even know if extreme is the right word. This is a wild brother right here. This motherfucker is off the motherfucking chain. You know what I'm saying? And eventually the story ends with, you know, a lot of course, some bullshit, but it just ended very gruesome. But yeah, I recommend, you gotta have a stomach, so don't be eating while you watching this shit. Don't be with your kids. Be by your motherfucking self, or with your girl, or with your homies. Don't be with no kids, because that shit is off the chain. Like, that is some shit. You know? It just lets you know there's no limit. Like, people can go like to a massive, I'm gonna say this motherfucker went into a blackout. Like, he just went somewhere else. He wasn't even, you know what I mean? You have to see it to know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, go check that shit out, man. That's just my reaction for it. I just had to say something. I was like, God damn. What the fuck am I watching? What is this shit? This shit is real. This motherfucker, god damn. I don't believe in God. That nigga was crazy. He's like a real Satan motherfucker right there, boy. But yeah, man, everybody out there, have a blessed day. stay humble, stay safe, stay positive, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Put God first. Put your family first. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. I do reactions. I speak on topics, you know, from life experiences or things I've heard of or whatever. But 99.9% of the time, I keep it positive right here. You know what I mean? I don't speak, even with this video, this ain't negative. This is positive. I'm giving my positive reaction to this psycho shit. Feel me? Yeah. And, yeah, this is a wild movie right here. I mean, a series. You gotta be ready for this shit. But, most definitely. Till next time, y'all. Have a blessed day.